Hi, this is Bert with Listernaut. In this course, we're going to cover shipping management. Shipping management is a major cost center for most online sellers, but it can be a profit center if you understand shipping rates relative to sales price. For example, if you're selling a $100 item on the platform and they charge 15% commission, then shipping is $75, you end up making $10, right? So this is not a very good deal, and this goes back to putting the right product on the right channel. Something that costs that much to ship should be sold locally and picked up locally because you don't want to make $10 selling $100 products. Before you send your products out there, there's one level of quality control needed, and that's packaging your items for transport. You're going to need to use some common sense as one rule, but unfortunately, sometimes employees may not be on the same level of sense that you are, right? So you need to guide them through it, show them exactly what your standards are, create shipping standards, set up a packaging process to ensure that your items arrive undamaged and that they're in the condition they're expected to arrive in. Because if they do get crushed or smashed, they're getting returned, you're losing money on both sides. Returns are too easy on e-commerce platforms, right? And they'll get sent back regardless, for any reason. They don't want it anymore. So minimize as much as you can the amount of returns that you're getting by properly packaging those items. Shipping rates should be purchased on the platform you're selling if you're not selling too many items. So at first you buy shipping through Amazon, Walmart, eBay, etc. They're going to give you discounted shipping rates. But if you're selling multiple orders per day and growing, we recommend looking at shipping software like ShipStation, for example. It's a great software. It's relatively inexpensive, and they're going to give you way better shipping rates than you can get through the platform. Most shipping software does have discounted rates above and beyond those offered on those e-commerce platforms. And it does cost money. So that's the bad news, right? But the savings will be covered at about 20 orders a day. So it saves you time on top of that. So once you start to ramp up, you're going to want to look into some shipping softwares. There's a lot of good ones out there. We recommend ShipStation. It's solid. ShipStation and others will help you generate a pick list. So if you're using an inventory management software, it'll populate location, quantity, titles, even thumbnail photos of the product. So it makes picking a lot easier. But if your shelves are a hot mess, it's going to still be difficult. 1,000 brown boxes on one shelf, you're going to have to look and see what product is what. So be diligent in that step of organizing your warehouse. But when you start selling at scale, it's a very helpful tool, these pick lists, to minimize the effort required to pick, pack, label, and ship out your orders. Once your orders are labeled and they're ready to ship, you have two options. The first is to lug all your orders to the local UPS, FedEx, or USPS, and you'll do that at first. That's just how it's going to go. But once you start ramping up, you can set up a daily pickup with these carriers, and these guys are going to be, coming to your place every day. They need a location to go. So rewind to, organizing your warehouse space. Make sure there's a good organized place where they know where to pick it, so they're ringing the doorbell asking questions every day. Once you get a driver on the scene, they know where the products are. They'll communicate that internally so that they're going to come in, grab it, and get it out the door. You can do a pick list for them too, a day's tally of everything that you have. So they scan one barcode, and then everything that you have is automatically updated in the systems on the platforms you're selling them on. Having daily pickup costs money, but it pales in comparison to taking 20 orders or more to the post office every day. So next, let's focus on turning the cost center into a profit center. So charging for shipping on e-commerce platforms can ruin your chance at staying competitive against similarly priced items with other folks offering free shipping. So you're going to have to be careful in doing this. In those cases, staying competitive will require free shipping, and it needs to be built in your pricing, and it is what it is, right? It's the cost of doing business. Putting the right product on the right channel helps here. So online auctions, Facebook Marketplace, and all marketplaces for that matter, allow you to offer shipping, charge for shipping rather, so you can make up some ground. But be careful when you're up against other sellers on the different marketplaces. They're going to have free shipping and you don't, and price is higher, you're just not going to sell anything. Many companies charge a shipping and handling fee. This can be up to 20% surcharge on the cost of shipping. You can have a handling fee too, but be mindful that, repeat orders are important. So if you have an auction that you ship and then you charge people ridiculous amounts, they won't buy from you again if they're out of state, for example. The luxury of buying products at an auction price will boost sales, and it'll help you broaden your bidder base. The 20% upcharge is really not an issue to most buyers, as shipping fees are typically widely known to be pretty expensive. So if someone's buying something and they buy it for $2, right, and it ships out for $16, but it's a $75 item through an auction, they don't care. They'll pay for it. But still, keep in mind packaging and the costs associated with that, and properly packaging as well. When you offer that service to auction buyers, keep it in mind, so that 20% isn't, it's not highway robbery, right? Because your bags cost money, your boxes cost money, your time costs money. So when you do charge for shipping, that is a pretty good deal when you're doing all the handling yourself. Be mindful of your shipping costs, as they are substantial and they'll erode your profits when you don't account for them. So shop rates across carriers and be mindful of cubic shipping rates, sizes of packages, and especially weight of packages. Establish a process to save any money, because this will go a long way. Small savings on hundreds of packages is a big number at the end. So make sure you're doing your very best to keep your costs low. Lastly, but very importantly, make sure your shipping software is synced with your selling platforms. If you're using Shopify, for example, using a recommended and integrated shipping software will make printing out a daily pick list seamless, easy to pick, and easy to fulfill. So packaging, again, let's end on this. Spending time and money on packaging for items in transit will ultimately save you money by decreasing your return rate. So most platforms, they allow a no haggle return policy. So the more careful you are packaging your items, the better described they are, the better off you'll be that your items arrive intact and aren't busted. So reboxing, bubble wrap, packaging, padding, shipping bags, and proper taping method are all going to be part of what you do, and they'll pay off when your return rates are low. So keeping your return rates under 3% is solid, what we like to see, because returns will happen, but you can control damage through claims in most cases with the carrier. If it's smashed and broken, it doesn't necessarily fall on you 100% of the time, but you will get returns. You will get returns, there will be breakage, but minimize it to the best of your ability by packaging as good as you can. Thanks for watching. Mr. Knight.